Hello, Apush Crammers. This is part 2, period 6 to 9. So let's get started right now. Period 6, roughly 13%, so definitely more than period 5. It will be comparing and contrasting goals of farmers and industrial workers, successes and failures of reconstruction during this time period. And let's get started. Okay, Gilded Age. So basically, Gilded Age means that it's gold on the outside, but shitty on the inside. So basically, it looks pretty, but there were a lot of corruptions within the government. On the surface, things appear as if they were good, but many problems lie underneath. Political debates focus on terrorist currency and corporate expansion. Post-Civil War, the U.S. government encouraged Western expansion. Once again, manifest destiny. Subsidies, railroads, cheap land for Americans. This definitely fueled America to really settle in the West, really get their own economic opportunities. This expansion led to conflicts with natives. Once again, treaties were violated. That's a dick move, but please calm down. There will be more dick moves in the future. Near extinction of the buffalo. So not only do you nearly kill the Native Americans till extinction, you also fucking nearly kill their food supply as well. Wow, good job. Relations with natives. Okay, let me say that again. Relations with natives. You literally asked me that when above you literally almost killed the fuck out of their food supply and just fucking steal their lands. Well, their relations pretty shitty. U.S. used military force, Wounded Knee, which is a fucking massacre. You see that fucking dead bodies? Oh my fucking god. Pursued a policy of assimilation, which is once again trying to remove American Indian culture. Oh my fucking god. Okay, businesses consolidated the power, meaning that they justified their power and wealth through social Darwinism. If you don't know what that means, it's basically like it's the survival of the fittest. Only the strongest survive, the weak get the fuck out of here. Okay, conflicts emerged between businesses and conservationist workers organized in the local national. Okay, you need to know Knights of Labor, which was a workers' union, skilled and unskilled, and they were eventually disappeared because they were associated with riots and had a very bad public image. AFL, unskilled only. Government often sided with business in labor disputes. Now, this would change during Roosevelt's and Franklin Roosevelt's time period. The New South. Some advocated the South began to industrialize. However, sharecropping and tenant farming persisted through the South, which is basically just like basically slavery. Okay, just slavery, except the slaves were free. Quotation marks. Free. Okay, farmers mechanized agriculture hurt many farmers, and that really encouraged them to form the Populist Party, also known as People's Party. And this advocated political reform and increased government involvement in the economy. Obama platform, graduate income tax. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Obama, that rhymes with Obama. Oh my god. Okay, immigration. This led to nativism. Okay, China's Exclusion Act is one of the most exclusive things that you can say in your DBQ or short answer question or anything. Many Americans hope to Americanize and preserve their cultural identities. Social gospel Protestant church movement that sought to end social issues in cities. Oh my fucking god, I cannot speak today. City life as cities became a crowded emergence of political machines, which is basically just corrupted fat asses that were just really, they wanted to hold power. And what they did to hold power is settlement houses. Basically, they helped immigrants and women, giving them food and house. However, they made sure that they would basically vote for them to keep hold their power. Discrimination, violence, and segregation was rampant in the country. No shit, this is fucking America. American Protective Association sought to keep Catholics out of office. Plessy versus Ferguson, this upheld Jim Crow laws. Remember, Jim Crow, racist. Jim Crow, racist. Jim Crow, racist. Activists that challenged their prescribed place. Booker T. Washington advocated vocational training for African Americans. Okay, let me try that again. Booker T. Washington advocated vocational training for African Americans. Outspoken critic of lynching. Whew, you need to know those two because they were huge supporters for African American civil rights. Okay, test structure. Period 7 is extremely large. You need to know this shit, man. This is good shit. Okay, Spanish-American War, Progressive Era, and Great Depression, New Deal. Okay, 1890 was the closing of the frontier. 1945, we all know that. End of World War II. Okay, reasons for overseas expansion. Frontier was closed. It's now closed, bitches. Economic motives, money, profit for businesses, and desire for increased trade. Competition with European imperialists, China. Racial theories, white man's burden. Spanish-American War. U.S. defeated Spain in 4 months. We fucked them up. We gained Guam, Puerto Rico, and Philippines. Holy shit, she got a big ass. Holy fuck. MILF material. Holy shit. Debates between imperialists and all those names. Fuck, I'm not gonna read that. long insurrection in the Philippines. Okay, progressive era. Advocated government intervention in the economy, so basically anti-laissez-faire, sought to expand democracy, 17th Amendment initiative, referendum, recall. I honestly don't know who the fuck that is, right? Okay, progressive tended to be women, middle class, live in cities, while the populace were mostly farmers. World War I, U.S. was initially very neutral, and they wanted to be isolated. Wilson sought to make the world safe for democracy, and he said the 14 points and the League of Nations. Okay, but that didn't fucking happen. Okay, Great Migration. This was the migration of African Americans to the south, to the north, during World War I for economic opportunities. Okay, 1920s Red Scare. This was caused by the Russian Revolution, so basically communism. America was very afraid that communism would spread and they would be the only one left who was democratic. Okay, this targeted radicals and immigrants. Okay, Quota Acts. Quota immigrants. Quota immigrants. Highly restrictive, aimed at new immigrants. New technology, improved standards of living, refrigerator, and all that shit. Cars, fuck, probably sex toys. Okay, traditions versus innovation. Fundamental to the Christianity vs. Scopes trial. Scopes trial. Native born versus new immigrants. Quota Acts, white versus black. Idealism versus the Harlem Renaissance. Celebration of African American culture through writings and music. Definitely need to know that. The New Deal. Okay, you need to know the New Deal. This was on my DBQ 2 years ago. Response to the Great Depression, influenced by progressive ideas, focus on relief, recovery, reform. The 3 R's. Remember the 3 R's. Rape, relief, revenge. No, I'm just kidding. Relief, recovery, and reform. This changed the role of the federal government in the economy. Once again, anti-laissez-faire, okay? Remember, New Deal, anti-laissez-faire. Some sought to limit the New Deal because of this. Others called for more reforms. Huey Long, Father Charles Townshend. Impacts of the New Deal. What happened? Many agencies during that time are still around today. Social Security. However, they did not completely overcome the Great Depression. Okay, World War II. U.S. was neutral until Pearl Harbor. Okay, I just want to say, do not fuck with the U.S. If you fuck with us, we will fucking fuck you so hard that you will never forget how hard we fucking fucked you. Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Mass mobilization ended the Depression. Many economic opportunities for women and blacks. This encouraged immigration from Mexico, the Bracero program. Okay, Homefront experiences. Japanese internment camp. Okay, this is one of the dark sides. Well, one of the many dark sides. Basically, the U.S. just grabbed all the Japanese Americans, even though they were American born. They just put them in camps. Just regular people. They just put them in fucking camps. Because why not? How did the U.S. and allies win? They had political and military cooperation, industrial production, advancements in technology and science, Manhattan Project, otherwise known as atomic bomb. U.S. emerged as a superpower. Damn. Okay. Test structure. Period 8 is roughly 15%, so approximately the same as period 6. Foreign policy, civil rights. Why was it chosen? It was the end of World War II, shifted into the election of Ronald Reagan. So more modern now. You should already know half of this shit already. U.S. foreign policy post-World War II. Containment. We wanted to contain communism because it spreaded. It spreaded China, and then it creeped up into Korea. We fought that back, and then it creeped into Vietnam. We tried to fight that, but we fucking lost the war. We lost the Vietnam War. We lost the Vietnam War. We did not fucking have a stalemate. We lost it. U.S. sought to contain the spread of communism. George Kennan, I don't even fucking... George Kennan? Who the fuck is George Kennan? U.S. focused on collective security and economic frameworks to help non-communist nations. So basically, if you're not communist, we will help you by sending money. NATO, alliance between U.S. and several European countries. This was World War I, first peacetime alliance. Marshall Plan and Truman Doctrine. Truman Doctrine is containing the communism. Marshall Plan is economic aid. The U.S. sought to support non-communist governments. Iran, Bastita, and Cuba, South Vietnam. Tensions between the U.S. and USSR fluctuated and led to the Cold War. The Cuban Missile Crisis, which is basically a fucking nuclear bomb in the U.S. backyard, and SALT treaties. The home front during the World War, debates over liberty vs. order. Second Red Scare, oh shit, designed to root out communists. Eisenhower's farewell, warned of having a large military in peacetime. U.S. probably had a large military then. Who the fuck knows? Sun Belt. Okay, southern U.S. that saw an increase in population. Protest was common during the Vietnam War, and this led to a fucking massacre. It was Kent, U.S. colleges, students in college were fucking massacred. Yep, Kent State Massacre. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, civil rights. All three branches played an important role. Executive, desegregating the military, which is by Truman. Judicial, Brown versus Board, which basically said that separate but equal is bad. No shit. It took them like fucking 50 years to figure that out. Okay, legislative. Civil Rights Acts of 1964 officially ended segregation. So Emancipation Proclamation ended slavery. However, it did not provide the emancipation of segregation. And African Americans are still suffering even today. What the fuck? Okay, white resistance to desegregation. Of course they would resist to happy and being equal. Oh my fucking god. Southern Manifesto, massive resistance. Okay, Little Rock, you need to know what happened fucking there. Okay, you see all these soldiers and shit. They're basically guiding African Americans to go to school because they wouldn't let them. The National Guard guided the students. Okay. Great Society. Okay, you need to know this shit, bro. I swear to God, there were like 5 questions on this shit. Continuation of New Deal programs, implementation of oh fuck.